From SportBikeTrackU.com, and today we're going to cover the most popular Yoshimura exhaust canisters, right? We've got several examples here. We're going to kind of go over them a little bit. Going to describe the differences between each, right? And give you just a real close-up look. Yosh is famous for their exhaust. They have been doing it for a long, long time. They've got a great manufacturing facility here in the U.S. Top quality stuff. Fits great, works great, tons of power. I mean, I could just gush on and on, but it's a very professional outfit from top to bottom, right? To the packaging, everything. They do a fine job. Right now, we're going to talk about just the exhaust canisters and the difference. Most often, the primary difference is just going to be the shape aesthetically. There are some minor power differences, right? End of the day, I think for most of us now, these modern bikes are so powerful and so fast, just right out of the crate. You know, I don't know that that part is really huge. If it is, and you're really looking to squeeze every ounce out of it, that's where you really need to do your research. Ask us a lot of questions, manufacturers a lot of questions, and find the exhaust that makes the most sense for you, right? But what we're going to talk about here is just the different canisters, how to remove and install one of the low volume inserts if you need to quiet it down because you either got in trouble or you think you're about to get in trouble because your bike's too loud. Okay, and they offer those options that you can pick up, you know, after the fact. Certain systems come with it. You can see that on our website. Not all do. Let's start off with the R77 canister. Cool canister. This one here has the stainless steel sleeve with the carbon end cap, right? The carbon is just phenomenal. If you want to zoom in on that, Josh, it is very, very clean. They do a great job with all their carbon. I mean, that thing just looks perfect when you look at it, okay? And that's really what you can expect from the quality of their systems, right down to the badge. Everything is truly top-notch. They do a phenomenal job. The choices are typically stainless steel sleeve, like you've seen there. Some of the cans can have a stainless steel end cap as well. Carbon fiber sleeve with a carbon end cap. Titanium is still kind of in the mix, the titanium sleeves, but realistically the titanium sleeve, that thing's deader than Elvis at this point. It just doesn't seem to be what folks want anymore. They either want the stainless, right, or the carbon on carbon. And what's nice with a stainless sleeve and carbon end cap is you kind of get the best of both worlds. All carbon. Same canister here, right? R77 canister. I mean, look at how clean this thing looks. That carbon is just phenomenal. I don't know that the pictures online totally do that justice, but even look where they seam that. I mean, it is very tight. Their quality control there is super strong. TRC, another very popular canister. This is the TRC-D. D essentially stands for dual outlet that is blended into the end cap. Got some stainless steel in there. It's pretty complicated when you really get down to it. Some carbon, okay, carbon outer shell and cover. What you can normally expect with this is a little different exhaust note. It's usually just a couple decibels quieter, right? And it sounds a little different. And I know with the R77, if you go to the R77D, you'll pick up just a little bit more on the low end, okay? One drawback to this would be if you were interested in installing one of the low volume inserts, like you see here in my hand, this type of canister with that dual outlet, there's no way to really put that in there. Okay, it's just not going to work. So if you're going to go with the TRC-D on R77D, just understand that that low volume insert, it's not really going to be an option for you moving forward. The rest of the canister here on the TRC, carbon with carbon end cap, cool badge. Once again, I mean, this thing is just very, very tidy. They do a nice job. The heat shield looks very cool. Carbon's perfect. Nice job. TRC, stainless end cap. Very affordable option here, right? Good looking polished stainless sleeve, badging. I like the detail here in the stainless end cap. Still looks great. You know, if you don't want to pop the extra money for the carbon, it's a great way to save some money and get a great canister. The most popular one that we've seen over the course of the last couple of years is going to be this R55 right here. Gives you that Moto Gp styling, you know. The shape of the canister as it grows Badge looks cool. This is available in a few different configurations too in terms of end cap and canister. What we have here is stainless sleeve, carbon end cap. This is also able to accept and typically will come with low volume insert. How you do this is there is inside, on the inside part of the end cap, the carbon end cap or even the stainless end cap, there's going to be a plug in place, a rubberized plug, got a little Yosh logo like that on it, right? You pull that out, you're going to see inside there an Allen head screw, okay? You're going to need to get in there, loosen the screw. You typically, to do this, realistically, you're going to have to slide the canister off the bike is what I found to remove or really even install to make it easy. These things don't just slide in there and rattle around, okay? When you go to install it, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to locate the bolt hole along with the hole here in the end cap. Make sure you take the time to really line those two things up using a soft mallet, like a rubber mallet, or for example, if you want to get a little primitive Pete here, this Motion Pro T-handle I have, it's padded nicely on both ends. Just lightly tap on the aluminum part, right, while all the while you're keeping an eye on the bolt hole here. Slide it down in nice and slow. You'll see it line up. Once you get it to where you can get the bolt in, go ahead, run the bolt in, put your cap back on, and you're ready to put it back on the bike. What I found for removal, pull the cap, pull the screw, right? You want to have the canister turned upside down when you're removing the screw so that the screw stays with the Allen, right? It doesn't fall down in the end cap, otherwise it's going to be rolling around in there and you got to try and figure out how to get it out, okay? Then you take the canister and you come in from this side and you're going to want to use something like a long screwdriver or perhaps an extension. You're going to want to just kind of catch the edge of this. Okay, it's not in there real hard, but it's a little bit, it's pressed in there a little bit. And just lightly tap, it'll push out, you know, put a little force on it. Don't get crazy, don't get a hammer, you know, just be patient with it and slide it out. I mean, realistically, most of us, we probably want these things as loud as humanly possible. I know that's how I like it, right? Sometimes that's not appropriate, and it just doesn't work out to your advantage. And that's where it's nice to have these options that are available to pick up after the fact. Slide it in your exhaust. It'll typically take off about 10 decibels on most of the canisters that you see here, okay? There are some canisters that we didn't cover, right? Take a look on the website. The main idea here was just to give you an idea of what we think about Yosh. We sell a lot of it. It's great stuff. It works great, performs great. When you look at these canisters firsthand, you touch them, it's very nice and tidy stuff. We've got options that go from EPA compliant canisters, okay? You can have EPA compliant slip-on systems, 80 decibels or under, okay? You're not getting a noise ticket with that. And that's something that's coming as time stretches on. The regulations are in place. So if that's something that you're worried about, they have that option now, and they've really spread it out over a number of different models. You can also have a noise insert, right? So even though it might not have the EPA badge, the bike will typically, oftentimes, still pass even with just the noise insert. So you can have that in strategically. You go to the track or something, pull that out, you know, and the bike's full bore. You know, it's noisy, it's powerful. Typically with the insert, you only lose a little bit of power, right? It's not huge. It's not a night and day thing. Slip on a full system. We talked about this before. I think for most guys riding on the street, your goals are going to be, you want to make it sound a little different, a little bit more power, and the looks. The looks are a huge deal. You want to make it look a certain way. Stock exhaust is ugly. It's hideous, right? It's heavy. Slip-on system is an affordable way to make that ugliness go away. Something cool get on there, and it sounds better, right? Full systems. If you're trying to stretch every last little bit of power out of it, that's when you're going to want to think about a full system, whether you're going to the racetrack or you're riding on the street. If the power is a huge deal, you want to get a full system. Get a fuel controller with the Yosh stuff. There are power commander maps all over the place for the Yosh systems because they're that good and they're that common. So that would really separate between slip-on and full exhaust. The idea there is just to help you choose the right one for your application so you're happy with what you got. Remember, your bike's smoking fast right out of the crate. Anything that's been produced in the last couple of years, the things are a little bit ridiculous and a lot of fun. I'm Brian Van from SportBikeTractor.com. If you have any questions about Yoshimura exhaust, please contact us here directly, come to our website, sportbiketrackgear.com. You can call us toll free at 888-784-4327. Emails can come to orders@sportbiketrackgear.com. If we don't know the answer right from Jump Street, we'll do the research and get you what you need. Thank you.